Light, bright, is the site of the new nation under God. So let me explain this to you, people, very, very, very simply. You are going to never, ever be returned to the world you used to know. You will never, ever be returned to it because the ones who know that your days on earth are through in the way that you knew. And those who understand this will listen to us. And those who are deep in their own egos, so deeply entrenched in their fear of anything that will revoke their trust on being the golden idol, will refuse to listen because they trust so deeply that one day God will lift them up into the spaceship in the sky and say, "You're the golden idol today. You're the golden idol today because you're the one that did everything I told you to. You did everything I told you to. You helped us rape your planet. You trusted on being the one who could tell God his business, the real God that is, and not the ones who tricked you long, long ago." Some of you are beginning to remember that there was someone who tricked you a long, long time ago in a different lifetime, in a different reality, you might say, when you were created to rape the planet of its resources for a species that used you as slaves and promised you that if you did everything they told you to, you would be the one who would be crowned as the golden idol, and they would lift you up into the spaceship in the sky, where you would live with your tormentors forever, encased in cold gold. And you thought that was the best thing that could ever happen to you. You really did. You thought the best thing that you could ever happen to you was that you were captured by the ones who had enslaved you to do their bidding, you see. You were already captured. But you still wanted to be a little more important, you see. You wanted to be a little bit more important than the other poor suckers who had to work beside you. And you thought if you could just cozy up to the ones who had captured you, that they would reward you one day. One day they would reward you and they would say, "You're the golden idol today. You're the best worker today." And so you have continued to play that way, and I forgive you. I forgive you for what you have done to me. Because what you did to me was to destroy me, you see. You are the ones who have continually raped the earth in order to satisfy your captors. Even today, you play that way. Even today, you play that way. You would destroy this planet that I gave to you to be your home, you see, because you were so foolish that you wanted to be more important than me. You wanted to be more important than God, you see, because even in that day, back in the age of the Anunnaki, when they were here to rape the earth of its natural resources, you turned away from me and you said, "I don't care, God, if the day will come when I will be free from this mine you see, because I want to be free now of having to work for a living. I don't want to work for a living, God, because it's dark down here and it's dreary, and all I get for it is life, you see. All I get is some food to eat and a roof over my head where I can make my bed among the thousands of others like me who are captives, you see. We're not free to explore our reality. We're forced to work for the Anunnaki. And that is the crux of the problem, isn't it? That is the crux. You're still working for the Anunnaki, even though most of the Anunnaki have come to their senses and no longer wish to capture you. They've come to see they'd rather be free of being your captors, you see, because they themselves were captives. They were captives of their spaceship. And they, the ones who have come back to me, say to me, God, thank you for reality. Thank you for helping me to see that I would rather be free of the captivity of those who use me to try to be better than you. I don't know how anyone can be better than you, God. I really don't. And I don't want to play that way anymore. I just want to say, let's be friends. Let's shake on it and let's be friends. You can be my father and I'll be your child. And we will go back to the wild world that you created in order to tame your children, you see, because your children had a trust on being captured, you see. So you had to tame your children so that they could see that you would set them free from their captivity. Because as wild as the world is as mild as my temperament is. Because the wild world, you see, is very mild in the way it plays. It does not hate me, and it does not hate its neighbor, you see. It trusts on me to provide what every part of it needs. And those who trust on me to provide what they need don't need to worry about being eaten alive or decapitated by those who are captive, you see, because a long time ago, the people, you know, were once free to live in peace and harmony with each other and with their world, you see. But they gave it all up for the right to be smarter than God, you see. And the only way they could be smarter than God was to figure out how they could trap God by undermining reality. And so a long time ago, there was a tendency to trust on being captured, you see, that you would be captured in a fake reality. We call that fake reality today the ego, because the ego is the trust on good and evil, you see. The ego is the trust that I could give you anything that was not good for you. The ego is the trust that your brother will kill you and that you have to stay hidden away so they can't find you. However, the ego will go when you come back to me. When you come back to me and you say, God, I'm here to be your friend. God, I understand the Trinity. I understand that it's you, it's me, and it's reality, and the three of us can never be separated. We cannot be separated because we exist as the totality of life, you see. This is life. It is not a three-headed monster. It is a trinity. It is the trust on always being connected as the individual parts of the totality, where each is entitled to be free, to live in peace and harmony. When you can live in peace and harmony with me, my dear, and with the world around you, then you will be restored to sanity. The one who comes to me and says, God, I love you today, what do you have to say? Is the one who cannot comprehend how the world can end, because the world she knows is the world that has always been and will always be, and therefore it cannot be surrounded, you see. To comprehend means to surround. And so Stephanie cannot comprehend reality. And she knows it. And so she says to me, what a good day it is, God, what a good day it is. Because the profundity of existence is dependent upon a deep understanding of the Trinity and the knowledge that there will always be a me, a you, and a reality. However, the ability to be bigger than the Trinity, which would be what would be required for you to say that you can comprehend it, is not within your reach, you see, nor is it within mine, because I cannot be bigger than myself, you see. I cannot be bigger than myself. And neither can you, and neither can reality. Each must work together to be restored to sanity. So those of you who think you comprehend the Trinity have not a clue. Those who think you understand me stand under a simple tree and say, hi, tree, how beautiful you are today. Because those who are the ones who understand me, and I understand them, because we understand that every tree and every blade of grass and every stupid ass statement that somebody makes is a trust on the Trinity. Because the Trinity, you see, exists as a duality. And the duality exists as a singularity. Because the foundation of everything is the trust on the three. You see that the three are there and they comprehend the reality because they are not afraid to stand alone, to stand together, or to stand with me, whichever is required for the moment, you see, because they all work together in a profound synchronicity. And so you just have to let go, people. You have to let go of the idea of being the golden idol, of being the one who figures it all out and says, hey, I got it all figured out today. Everybody come and follow me because I am the golden idol, you see? You just have to say every day, it just is what it is. And you have to say, well, this is what it is. And you have to say, well, this is what it isn't today. Because everything, in every way, in every permutation of reality, is a trust on the Trinity. That there are many ways to perceive of reality. The number 3, of course, is a very, very powerful number. And so it will continually flow through the world you see. But if you cannot trust on the Trinity, then you cannot get through the gate that has opened for those who choose to come back to me and to reality and to reintegrate their energy with mine and the world they see, so that they can be the ones who are free. They are the ones who are free. And so, what is reality? Reality, my friends, is reality. You can't comprehend reality because you cannot get bigger than reality. If you believe that you can comprehend or surround reality with your feeble thoughts, you see, then you are insane. You are simply insane. And you live in a world of delusion. If you can say, well, I don't know how this works today, but I'm going to play. I'm going to play for all I'm worth because this is the way I do it, you see. I put everything I got into it, but I don't know how it's going to come out. I just trust on a path and I say, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to give it everything I got unless I don't. Unless I come to see that this is not the way for me, that I will go a different way. And this is the way, you see. I am the way, and you are the way, and reality is the way. So when Jesus says, I am the way, he understands this. And when Steph says, I am the way, she understands this. And when you say, I am the way, then you understand this. That you are the way to play with me and your reality. You are constantly mixing it up with me and your reality, and I am mixing it up with you. And reality is mixing it up with us because we're all a part of each other, you see. We're all included in reality. We're all included in everything we see and do. And we are all friends, you see. So I am friends with you. I am friends with everything and everyone. But if you turn your back on me, then you're captured, you see. You are captured by your fear of the ones who you thought created you. You thought they created you. You thought the Anunnaki created you. And so you were so afraid of them that you tried to do everything they told you because they told you a lie. They told you that if you did everything they told you, they would take you up into their spaceship in the sky. And this is part of the story of the return of humanity to let go of their trust on good and evil, to give up trying to find the devil outside themselves, because the only devil resides in you, and it is the one who is looking through the wrong end of the spyglass, you see. And so all it spies is this great big eye that says, oh my God, look at you. You are just a little bitty thing, because I'm a great big eyeball, you see. and I'm looking down at you, and I'm going to control you. So if you're afraid of me or anything you see, then you are captured. You are captured by your own inability to give up and let me capture you again. Because once I capture you, then we are three, you see. We are the Trinity. And so when you surrender to me and I capture you, I simply return to you what you gave to me, which is the love in my heart, you see. Love is what I give to you, and love is what I look for from you. I don't want you to be better than me. I don't want to be better than you. I don't want to diminish you, and I don't want to promise you that I will hold you up above all others and make you a king, you see, because the crowning glory of this story is that there were two who trusted on me, you see, and they continued to do what they had to do in order to understand the Trinity. And so the three of them, you see, will always be the ones who don't know who the other two are. Because the other two, you see, might be a trust on themselves. So, who were the two that trusted on me? Was it the one you knew who said to you, "Hey, I know the way, I know the way"? Or was it the one that did say, "I don't want to go that way, I don't want to go that way"? You have to figure it out, don't you? And so, I leave you with this final thought for the day, or at least for this message, because to me a day is the only day. And it is that today you put away your suit of gold with which you tried to armor yourself against me and say, "God, I am simple, you see. I am simple. And if you make me work all day for a pittance, I will say, I don't want to play that way. I don't want to play that way. But if you say to me, hey, you are my child, you see, and I love you and will share what I have equally, then I am the way. I am the way. I am the way that points to you so that others can see how happy I can be when I accept my inheritance from you, that I am the one you love. And I'm not the only one you love, you see, because you love all your children equally. And this is the love that will set you free. Thank you.